Susannah, and today I'm going to teach you how to go from having no flexibility, no strength whatsoever, to this. Hey y'all, it's Miss Susannah with Kids Acting, and today I'm going to show you how to do a spider walk and a backbend. To do a backbend, you're going to need 4 things. You're going to need flexibility in your back, arms, and wrists. You're going to need strength in your back, arms, wrists, and legs. Coordination to be able to get the spider walking, as you might say. And you're going to need confidence. You're going to have to practice this so that you let your body go into a crazy backwards bend. You're going to be seeing the world upside down, and that might be scary at first, but once you get it practicing and you know what you're doing, it's going to look amazing. Okay, everybody, to get started, I'm going to show you some stretches you can do every day. So we're going to start with Cobra with your feet on the floor. Cobra stretch, you can have your arms down or behind you, and you're going to lift up your chest with your back. You're going to try to get as high as you can here, and once you have mastered Cobra, you can start doing Superman stretch with your feet and your chest up. So try to get as high as you can, and you can hold it for 10 seconds. Next, we have upward facing dog, where you're just going to take your hands and push your chest up to stretch out your back. And once you have practiced this for a while, you can reach your toes back to try to reach your head for mermaid pose. Don't worry if you don't have it at first. You can practice this daily. From upward dog, we can move into downward dog. And in downward dog, you are going to want to push those shoulders and get your head closer to your knees. Once you've done downward dog a while, you can move from downward dog to upward dog, back and forth to stretch out your back. Similar to downward dog, you can take a chair or a table or a couch and you can stretch out your shoulders that way. You can also stretch out your shoulders with arm circles, arm circles. They're the best. Another great way to stretch out is to stretch one arm across your body and lock it in with your other arm. Make sure to push your shoulder down once you've done that to get a real stretch in there. And make sure you do it the other way as well. You can also stretch your arms above your head like so, taking one arm and reaching it like you're trying to scratch your back and pulling your elbow with the other arm. And now arm circles part 2, wrist circles. You can run them in both directions. You can also push your wrists gently in both directions because they are going to need a lot of flexibility walking around in that back bend. You can also grab your hands and roll them around like this. Kind of looks like an early 2000s fushigi ball, if anyone knows what that is. Anywho, one more wrist stretch for you today. If you get into the position you're actually going to be in when you come from the floor to do a back bend, you can stretch your arms over and point your fingers toward your feet, putting your palms on the floor to start stretching out your wrists. Your legs are probably already strong enough to do a back bend, but if you need a little more help, squats are always a fun option. Now for what I call a baby try. You can get on your knees and start practicing your back bend from the knees up. Make sure your arms are behind you before you dip your head back. Your head goes first, but your arms need to be there to catch you. Then you'll be ready to try a real back bend. Get your heels as close to your butt as possible. Reach your hands back to push yourself up through your feet and your hands with your hips as far to the sky as you can get them. To start walking in the back bend, I call this the hokey pokey method. You're going to think about putting your left foot back, you put your right arm forward, etc., etc., to try to start coordinating. It can be really tough at first, but however you can best think of walking in one direction with your limbs, it's going to feel a little backwards, but with practice, you'll have it down in no time. And that is how to do a backbend spider walk, everybody. Let us know what you want to learn next. Maybe a back bend from standing. Anywho, see y'all later.